Episode 3 already. Today I'm going to be attempting something I think it's going to be really quite special. I've never really seen anything like it. It's going to be good. Can you tell what this is going to be? It's going to have fins, and I'll show you what the fin is going to be. Maybe? That's right, I'm doing a beta lure. This is going to be pretty good. Let's get to work. P.S. List in the comments below if you think I should open what I do here on YouTube a little bit more like I do. Here, let me find one. I do flies too. Yeah, say something in the comments if you think I should show you guys how to make these. They're pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, and a little baby one. So yeah, if that's a good idea, say something. If not, don't say anything, or just say something negative. Don't say anything negative. I take that back. Okay, yeah, bye. Looking at pictures, and from the front they're a very thin fish. And I'm going to try to not just round it off, but kind of oval it. Like, you can kind of see how that's... Excuse me, I have the hiccups. I have a better example. That, maybe a bit better this way. Like that. It's very oval. I'm going to try to do that, nice and thin and oval. And yeah, but now I'm going to carve down to that line. And I'm going to take the sandpaper and sand that down and get it closer to that line. In every point of all my videos, I am going to work on a top profile. There it is, all sanded up, by the way. And every time I do this, I'm not very happy. So what I meant when I said center was the fattest width of your lure, like the taper. I'm going to use this one again. Tapers more down here. This is the fattest point, and then it gets thinner here. So when I did those two lines, that was the thickest point, and then taper it down to the thinner if you didn't understand that, because honestly I didn't even understand it. So yeah, time to do that. And betas, they're pretty even. They're really skinny and yeah. So I'm just gonna not even take up all this wood. Making it very thin and slender. Something like that. Okay, now I'm going to carve that out. Again, tried to make it pretty square. Looks pretty good. Now we're on to rounding it off already. And in order to get that nice oval shape, you don't just carve on the corners, you carve down more to here. And that's done. So I'm going to do. Nice oval shape. I like that. That's good. This is going to have a lip to give it that action, which will make this feather poof around a bit more. So, yep. I think I'm going to do that now. Meet you over, you can't really see it now, but over there. Goodness gracious. I swear I pushed play on that, but here we are. Okay, well, there it is with the lip slot that you didn't get to see cut out because somehow it didn't record. I'm gonna get that lip cut out now. And there it is with the little lip. Same stuff. Okay, and now we are on to drilling the holes. Okay. So, as you can see, I was not good, and focus. I accidentally drilled through the other side, and it must have been at an angle because it's not centered. That's okay though. Baking soda and super glue solves all your problems. I'm just gonna leave that there for now though. Now I'm going to make the wire connections. And there is one of 3 wire connections. Okay, there it is, and sorry, my mistake, I only need 2. Okay, and now I'm on to... I'm going to carve out gills for this one. I'm going to do that before or after. Okay, I'm doing the gills. And I don't do anything really fancy. And anyway, how this bit goes is you draw out your gills, and you take a sharp knife, like this, and you take your drawing. I'm actually going to take the hardware out of this. Need pliers. And then you take that knife, actually, safety first, and you carve. It's called I forget what it's called, but you just go over the drawing. Yeah, I'm having a brain blank. Cannot remember. I was gonna call it tracing. That is inaccurate though. I can't remember. Well, you understand. And then once you've done that, you take the blade at an angle, well, and you just carve to that spot. And the reason you trace it in the first place is it stops the blade so you don't go too far. Like that. Really, you're supposed to go along. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, I'm going to do that thing so you kind of get the idea of how this works. Yeah. Oh, and then you really need to sand it and file. Honestly, you could probably do that whole thing with a file, but yeah. Okay, so that's rough. Now I'm going to take sandpaper and do that. Where'd it go? And the best way to do that is fold your sandpaper in half so you have 2 different sides and just sand. Wow. Okay, and there are the gills. Tried to make them pretty even, sorry. And Betta's, their gills are very far forward, so I tried to mimic that. And I'm gonna go over that in a lighter green sandpaper. And there are the gills. Don't look too bad. They're a little uneven. One comes down a little lower, but that's okay. Now I'm going to do the lid hole. Well, buoy hole, it's not lit. And that goes same as always. Safety first. Okay, and there's the lid hole carved out. Okay, so I am like really not okay. This is the third time in a row I forgot or something to push, play when I pound the stupid thing in there. Why can I not seem to record that? I'm not like hiding something. It's nothing weird or anything, but you'll see it someday. Promise. Probably shouldn't make that promise. This rate. Yeah, time for baking soda and super glue, and I'm gluing stuff in. I'm sealing the wood, and then crazy stuff happens. So, stay tuned. Well, anyway, and either way, I am going to, no matter what, you will see the process of, I don't know, I have hiccups, sorry, of getting the weight in there. Yeah, it will happen next time. Okay, but back to the present. Spreading our baking soda. Okay, and did the same process as normal, and got a little dab of super glue there. And I am on to gluing in the hardware. Okay, and there it is with all the hardware glued in and the wood sealed with super glue. See you when it's dry. Okay, and there it is all sealed up and ready for testing. Okay, and here we are at the official testing tub with our subscriber audience here and our official rod. Sorry for any background noise. We were just, yeah. So let's see. Oh yeah, it goes a little bit to one side, but it's a very strong action, so when I get a hook on that, it should stabilize it more, but when I get the feathers on there, it's gonna, hopefully it just gives those feathers a little shimmy and it'll look nice. Okay, on to painting. Wow. Okay, and starting with white. And there it is, and now I'm going to wait for that to dry. See you then so I can get the, here, I'll tell you the paint scheme. So it's going to be white, and then I'm going to do all orange, and I'm going to do red scales, and I think that's going to look pretty cool and match my feathers. Hopefully. I don't know. Let's see. And next is orange. As you can see, that is very vibrant, I should say, orange. Looks pretty okay. Now, this is a very simple paint scheme, and I'm moving on to red scales. Okay, next color is red, and that is going to be with the scales. And there's a neat little trick that I know. It's where, so when you're doing your scales, put this on there, And then you shoot the airbrush at an angle, so it only gets the tips of them, and it gives it this little crescent shape. I think that'll look pretty good, so I'm going to try that here. Here we go. I'm going to give this a shot. First time ever. Yep. Well, didn't do what I was expecting, but that looks cool. I like that. It almost looks like a goldfish. Gonna do that to the other side now. Cool. And I did that to the other side. Looks pretty good. Kind of looks like a goldfish, but once the fins are on there, I think it'll look more like a betta. I mean, that's okay. I wanted to do a goldfish anyway. We can call it that. But it's a betta. And next, I'm going to give it intense red heads. I almost did it a little bit here on this side. And I think that'll look good. Okay, and there it is with the intense red head. I don't know if you can see that much on camera. Looks more like a goldfish, but I think once I get those fin feathers on there, it'll look much better. And I think I'm going to give it a yellow belly since I gave it such an intense red head, so yeah. And here we are, going with the yellow belly. Make sure my yellow comes. There it is. Okay, I think that did the trick. Doesn't look too bad. Really doesn't look like it, but that is yellow. Going into orange with red scales, with a red head and red back. Let's get some eyes and fins on that. Okay, so I understand that this is a bit of a jump, but I tried to record me super gluing on these feathers, but it just didn't work. But otherwise, that looks pretty betta-y. Oops. Looks pretty good, actually. I like that. Hopefully these feathers, they dance in the water, so hopefully you saw its action, and the feathers follow. That'd look good. It's a little big, but it's a little messy too. Super glue is crusty on feathers, apparently. But yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get the clear coat on that, but I'm gonna do it. Might have to brush it. Yeah, I'll see you then, I guess. I might take some red and go up there, but I might not. Okay, I don't know. See you at the end when I have decided. Got a little friend on my shop. Checking out my lure. Glad you like it, little buddy. And there it is, with its eye, clear coat, and hook on it. Gonna go test it out. Well, that was an interesting video. Sorry it came out a little late, but as you can see, we had some weather. Didn't catch any fish. I had to jump around a bit, but it looks like betta, and it worked. I've had a betta before, and it looked like betta swimming around, so pretty proud of that. Yeah, I just reached 100 views on my first video, which is good, and thank you, anybody. Stay tuned and see you next time. Bye.